10, Eskay splits the defender, takes a shot, scores!
Will Eskay is the captain and leading goal scorer for the St. Louis Ambush.
Drops back now, has the penalty kill of the wave. As Eskay off the wall, what an angle!
Throughout his past 4 years in St. Louis, Eskay's futsal play has captivated the indoor soccer community both near and far.
For me, it's always been a combination of like, I'm enjoying it, but feeling a lot of pressure, trying to win these games all the time.
In 2021, Eskay came to the Ambush on loan from the Harrisburg Heat, a club he played with for 2 seasons after a phenomenal college career at William & Mary.
A lot of guys didn't really know me. I don't know what they expected of me. My personal expectation was to have a huge impact.
After tallying 4 goals in his first 5 games on loan, the Ambush signed him as a free agent, and the captain's legacy in St. Louis began.
I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like it'll be my 3rd year being the leading scorer and most points. 2nd year being kind of a full-time captain. And so my role here is certainly I think just being like a captain and leader.
In addition to being the offensive leader for the Ambush, Eskay was recently called up to train with the U.S. men's futsal national team.
You know, definitely if there was one thing in my soccer I'm most proud of, it's scoring goals for the national team, for sure.
In 2022, he scored 2 goals during the United States' victorious UMAG Nations Cup campaign in Croatia.
It was a huge honor. I was super nervous for sure, because obviously you want to perform so that you can still be a part of that. But that is peak soccer career moments for me.
Looking beyond his accomplishments as a player, Eskay has also put time into his community by co-founding St. Louis's only premier futsal club, USA Futsal St. Louis.
One of my teammates, Otto Yahic, and I, we made the U.S. Futsal national team at the same time period. And had just a phenomenal experience. One, in terms of how much we realized we didn't know about the game. The coach there and the staff was phenomenal. So we grew a lot as players really quickly and realized a huge hole in the St. Louis soccer community, being there's no futsal. And in the winter, there's stuff being played, but it's not super high level. And so Otto and I founded that futsal club really just to try to grow the game out here.
The effort he's put into these off-the-pitch projects speaks to another passion.
What sort of drives me there is seeing younger players, and I'm thinking more 7, 8, 9 range, having a big impact on their growth curve. It's kind of when they're the most malleable, and so things you're teaching them can have a really lasting impact. And so that's where I find kind of the most meaning and benefit out of working with some of these younger guys.
And it's clear what his goals are for the future of the game.
I think a lot of guys would like to see futsal specifically grow. And then there's a lot of guys who are just passionate coaches, and they're tactically minded people, and they get a ton of enjoyment about building teams long term. And that's its own skill set in its own. It's not my passion, but a lot of guys are more in that realm where they want to coach a good team, be good coaches, and have them win games.
The Ambush have been part of the Major Arena Soccer League for about a decade, playing home matches at Family Arena in St. Charles.
It's going to be way more exciting than any outdoor game you go to. That always catches people by surprise. Definitely faster pace, and you'll be surprised by how different it is. Especially non-soccer sports fans, they're like, oh, this is kind of like hockey, this is kind of like basketball, and they're able to relate to the game a little more, even if they're not soccer players.
They also provide opportunities for Ambush players to build stronger relationships with their supporters.
Having guys come up to you and just our kids are excited to meet you, you sign autographs. I think that feeling doesn't really go away. Always remind myself to be grateful in those situations that people are there to watch you and they're excited to meet you.
Since coming to the Ambush on loan, Eskay has had a huge influence on the club and the St. Louis soccer community. But if you ask him, he'll tell you the work isn't done yet.
I think I would love to leave here holding a bunch of different records with the club. I think that's one of the benefits of being a loyal player to organizations, is you can make an impact that lasts a little longer than just your career.
an impact the captain hopes will aid the club and its community well into the future.
Trying to be the driving force for hopefully a program that will be successful in the long term.